Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I wish a very good day to the fellow friends and panel judges. My name is Nur Aisyah Binti Mohd Yazi, a student of HM242 6B, Faculty of Hotel and Tourism Management, UiTM Puncak Alam. My student ID is 2018667882. First of all, today I am going to present about my internship place, which is Johor Bahru Flour Mills, Sdn Bhd, Prai, or as known as JBFM Prai. JBFM Sdn Bhd is a company under FFM Berhad or FFM Group. There are two places for JBFM. First in Prai and the second one in Pasir Gudang, Johor. JBFM started operating since 1987. Have 45 years expertise in food industry, products and services. During my internship in JBFM, I was assigned to Quality Assurance Department. There are two sub-departments under Quality Assurance Department. I was assigned in Flour Quality Assurance. So in the flour quality assurance, I need to run a few tests for the wheat and wheat flour samples. First, force NIT test. Force NIT test is actually a simple test run on the wheat and the wheat flour test. So the test is actually to determine the moisture, protein and ash content in the wheat sample and the flour sample. Besides that, we have to do it individually for the moisture, protein and ash test to get the content in the wheat and flour. It has to be done on a raw wheat, a new raw wheat. So when the raw wheat come into the lab after the shipping and production, they will send it to us. Then we will assign the unwanted objects in the wheat. After that, we will continue with force NIT to scan the moisture and protein and ash content in the wheat. Next is granulation test. Granulation test is to determine the particle size distribution of test sample. It is not usually done every day, but it is done when we have our specialties such as semolina, bran and pollard. Urinograph test is to determine the absorption of water by the sample. Extensor is to determine the strength, the extensibility of the test sample. Before doing the Farino and extensograph test, we have to do a metal check. I have to do it every day. The metal check of each bag sample to make sure that the amount of metal is acceptable. If there is a lot of metal in it, we should inform to the production team. Blockage test is to be assigned the unwanted kernels, unwanted objects in the wheat, in the raw wheat samples. Next is screening test. Screening test is a test. It's actually using a 2 mm slotted sieve to get the kernels and shrunken kernels from the wheat sample. The shrunken and damaged kernels will be weighed and we will take the percentage. 1000 kernel weights is actually a test to give an indication of compactness of kernels and made of flour yield. So it is I need to count 100 kernels and weight it, and recount it 100 kernels again and weight it. So the average of those two group of kernels is the result. Next is test weight. Test weight is the rough measure of the density of the wheat, because sometimes we don't get the same size of kernel. So if the high quality kernels will a little bit bigger than the usual one, and if it's some winter, the size of kernels wheat is kinda smaller than the usually one. the last test is Foley number test. Foley number test is to check or to determine the enzyme activity in the wheat sample. It is simplest way to get the amylase activity in the wheat, rye, corn, and other starch containing products. The last month of my internship, my training program in JBFM, I was assigned in baking lab. Baking every day, we bake bread. Pan bread is the most things I've done in baking lab, and pao. Pan bread is a bread that I've did every day, like baking it every day. I have to weigh the ingredients and everything. It's actually to evaluate it, the processing, during processing, to test the extensibility, external and internal characteristic and texture of the bread. So if there's hole in the bread, like in around the crumbs, and there might be something is mistake somewhere. Next is pao. Pao is evaluated by their skin, whether it's smooth or crack. It should be smooth actually, like clear skin and white. It shouldn't shiny. It should be shiny. It shouldn't be like yellowish. It's not the high quality one, because like customer will complain if they got different from what we have told them. So the test will be done every day to make sure we are consistent. We have consistency, high quality of that flour. The skin should be usually pao will be evaluated by the skin, smooth, clear skin, shiny. Color must be white. A bit yellowish is acceptable, but it should be white and shiny. The texture should be chewy, and the roti paratha, we made it. It's not every day. It's like once in a week, because we have to check their shelf life for up to 3 days, the most. Because roti paratha, we will evaluated by the thickness during processing it. We split during processing, the extensibility and the strength. Noodles. Noodles, we have wet noodles and wonton noodles. Wet noodles is the yellow noodles. Yellow noodles, we have to check evaluated the strength, because we will use the Brabander extensor to pull it, so we can know the extensibility of that noodles. And wonton noodles also same as the noodle, because we did not do it every day. We did not do it noodles every day. We just did it. Last but not least, recommendations. I would like to suggest to human resources to provide weekly or monthly session with the trainee to ensure their welfare of in the coming of the students are not ignored. Besides that, I actually expect the company to give the trainee a suitable place or room to do their reports. And I am also hope that supervisors will have a session with the trainee to ensure that the trainee is motivated and competitive in their working environment. This internship was an advantageous and preposterous experience. I have gained new knowledge, skills, and meet new people during this internship. I have also got insight into a professional place. I can safely say that my understanding of the job environment has increased enormously. I am doing great in sharpening my skills to apply it in contributing to my professional goals in the future. The skills I gained during this internship in time management skill, soft skills, work in a team, and patience. Because work in a lab need a lot of patience. A simple mistake can give a big effect, big influence on the other products. Time management is very important for me because during my internship I have thought that time management time is important to settle everything in the lab. Every work need to be done as fast as possible, as soon as possible. So I have to put it which is the most important one, to do it first before the other one, and make sure that I manage it well to avoid stress. Work in a team is a good things that I have learned during my internship, because everything's done during the internship need to work in a team. It's not like I have to work with other people to conduct my tasks, but we have to assign work to make sure that everyone have works to do. It's not one person that have a lot of work while the other one is playing around, but everyone need to do the work, so the test will be done the end of the day or as soon as possible you can. Patience is the biggest things actually, because one mistake can affect the others. One mistake, because in lab even 0.1% is a big deal. So I have to make sure that I make no mistake during the test, or I will need to redo it again. And I am appreciate the people I've met there, and I am very happy to meet them, to gain new knowledge from them and new skills. And thank you.